poppin', you guys? Welcome back to season 2 finale of Candid Cloud Convos.
It's your besties, as always, Gina and Emelita. And in today's very exciting episode, things are gonna get a little deep.
We're going deep.
We're going.
But before we go in fully, we're gonna do some chisme chatter.
All right, girl. It's been a couple hot weeks since we've had this exciting news.
Yes.
Feels good as ever, though, for sure.
New listeners in Ireland.
Ooh.
Welcome, our our
Islanders.
Eilish, our Irish listeners. So, we've been trying to do the thing where we say hi in whatever language we get our new listeners from. I'm gonna butcher this one. I'm just gonna say that now.
We're apologizing now.
Yeah. Oh, I already forgot. Gia.
I got you. I kept the YouTube thing.
Yeah.
It's how to say hello and its reply in Irish Gaelic. Gia Rich.
Gia Rich. Yeah, was that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we use that?
Yeah.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us and being on this journey.
We're so excited to have you.
And hopefully you
came at a good time because we got a whole new season coming up.
Yeah. So hopefully you enjoy it. Tell all your friends, your family, your dogs, your,
friends, your cousins, husbands, your wives, side pieces. Whoever.
We're not judging, but
we have the Irish new listeners. How many listeners do we have total as of season 2?
Well, I don't know specifically that. However, I can tell you how many countries and how many states in the US we have. If you're
That's what I meant.
I'm like, because I don't know how many people, Gina. It's less than 1% for most of them. Woo! Okay.
We're recording at a different time of day, guys. Just bear with us.
We are feral today. But it's also exciting because it's our season finale. We had to come with the energy since we're not together in person. Obviously, that would have made the episode and its entirety perfect. Yeah. But we're doing our best, remotely, having that energy, the good chemistry on the episode. But to answer your question, Gina, we are now ending season 2 with listeners in 29 countries, which is mind-blowing, literally. Can't even understand that. And 20 states out of the 50 in the US. That's so cool.
So it's really, really cool. Speaking of the states, we want to give a little shout out to our listeners in Florida and just wish them some prayers, and I really don't know what else you can say to it. They got the hurricane going on, Hurricane Ian. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So hopefully you guys are safe, and really that's all that's important, is that you're safe. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're praying for you. We have good thoughts and prayers for all of you guys. But if we do see any resources, we'll add them to the episode notes.
And if you know any, then comment it down below so that other people can see it too, and us.
Credible ones, though.
Yeah.
And also, on the day that we're posting this episode, it is International Podcast Day. So that's cool.
Congrats. That's good timing.
Right. And a season 2 finale.
We did not plan that.
No, we are not the International Podcast Day connoisseurs. We don't get to say the rules. September 30th, though, and we're so happy and grateful to be even having a podcast. Like, it's insane. We're two girls from like a city when we talk about nobody ever fucking knows about it, and like it's just insane to think that 29 countries are listening to us, and like we're just shooting the shit. Like, we don't have nothing important to say, so it's just kind of crazy.
But it's fun. It's lighthearted, you guys. We say some good topics. So, every once in a while, chime in. let us know your thoughts on whatever our topics are, please.
The 60 of you who watched our last episode, no comments. No comments.
I was confused.
We're calling you out. So do better. Do better.
Some other exciting news is that I heard that Rihanna's doing another concert, but it's also going to have a football game mixed in with it. So
in the US, we have Super Bowl in February. It's like the quote unquote best football team that, you know, did the best throughout the season. Them two will like go head to head in a very expensive, very televised, very
like it's a big deal. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like very hyped up event.
Yeah, like even companies make their best commercials to play during the middle of the Super Bowl. You know, like it's a big.
There's a Puppy Bowl, which I prefer to watch.
So Rihanna's headlining the halftime show.
That's so
That's
cool.
really exciting. Yeah, she's never done it. She hasn't performed in I don't know how long.
Right.
She just had her baby, so I think this is her first like kind of since then. So that's really, really cool.
I was seeing so many TikTok videos of like guys in their in just various situations where they're cheering or they're like looking all like in love. And it was like it's gonna be ASAP Rocky watching her perform.
The one with that picture of him with his hair straight.
Yeah, that's what I see. Oh my god, that's so cool. I can't wait to see it. I know she's gonna fucking show out. I can't wait. Now to the game. We got games today. Well, a game. Playing games. So this is typically done with couples, but we're soulmates, so like even better. You know what I'm saying? But if you guys haven't heard of the Let's Get Deep game, it's like questions for couples, and there's 3 different levels. So should we play it how you're supposed to, or do you want me to just ask the deeper questions?
No, let's take it like level by level. Yeah.
Right. So there's 500 cards in here. It's from the What Do You Meme creators. So it's kind of
a really fun game.
It's really cool. We should play that one day too, actually. That would be fun in person. That would be cool.
Because Let's Get Deeper, the What the Meme.
The What Do You Mean?
I have the game in one of the boxes.
Do you? We should play it for the podcast. I think that would be fun. Fun. Well, who would be the judge?
But we can't choose,
Maybe we'll have guests. You let us know who you want to see on Candid Convos.
It's such a fun game, though. It's so funny.
So the first one's level 1 is icebreakers, level 2 is deep, and level 3 is deeper. So
speaking of icebreakers, I freaking hate when you start a new school year or go somewhere and they're like, okay, we're gonna go around and do icebreakers. You're gonna stand up, say your name, say one thing you're good at,
one interesting thing about you.
Yeah, I'm like, kill me now.
There's literally nothing. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
My name is Regina, and one thing about me is that I hate doing icebreakers. This is the worst moment of my day.
That would have been a good one. I would have used that. Maybe not all of it, but I can't get this fucking thing out. Okay, there we go.
This is icebreakers.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pick that crunching noise in the mic probably.
Do it again.
Did you hear it?
Wait, I heard the first one. Yeah.
Little ASMR for you guys. Wait, how am I gonna fucking hold? Okay, hold on. I need to get my shit together real quick. I'm gonna just pull a random one from the middle. And because we're not together, Gina can't pull them. So I'm just gonna pull the questions for us and then we'll both answer it.
Yeah.
What is the grossest thing you've ever tasted?
Ooh.
And Gina is a lot more pickier than I am with food. So I'm very intrigued to know what this answer is.
Ooh, I don't know the grossest thing I've ever tasted.
Especially because your taste buds develop and like kind of change over time. So something that I would have thought was nasty when I was a kid, like for example, onions. I used to fucking hate onions. Now I love them.
Yeah, I was the same way with that too.
Yeah.
I just like recently had like grilled onions and like bell peppers.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, because like going back to me not liking it usually, I was like, oh, I don't even know if I'm gonna like this. But I put it on my plate anyways, and I loved it. It was so good.
Good.
But I think maybe for me, I can't think of the grossest, but I will say that when I taste something that's anything seafood that gets that fishy taste,
Ooh.
that will immediately put me off.
Yeah, I'm
Just
gagging.
recently, oh, literally, like just recently I had calamari, like fried calamari, or I guess calamari is fried, right?
You know, I guess you don't have to have it. Yeah, I don't think you have to have it fried.
Okay, so then fried calamari.
Yeah.
And it was good. The first one I tasted was cool, was good. The second one that I had, I could taste the squid a lot, I guess, and it was like very fishy.
Ooh.
And I couldn't even
caught it that day.
I had to drink my drink to swallow it because I couldn't do
because you're like, I can't spit it out.
I can't spit it out. I don't want to keep chewing it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me just swallow it. I had to drink my drink with it. Right. So I'll say something along those lines.
I definitely agree with you on the seafood thing. Like I'm pickier over seafood than I am with any other meat, I feel like. I don't really know why. I'm so scared to like try certain things. But I would say one time my grandma made ribs, like sorry vegans. She made like a rack of ribs, right?
Sounds cool.
Homegirl fucked them up because she put sauerkraut on them to bake and it was everywhere. Ooh. And because it was baked, it wasn't even like, oh, I'll just take it off because there's like juice. And then it just like completely changed the taste of it. And it just, it really put me off, bro. And also another time I was making a salad, same house, same grandma. I was making a salad for dinner and I was putting hella what I thought was ranch. I was going in, bitch. I was putting so much because I loved that shit. Why was it blue cheese? Why was it blue cheese? No. It was so much and it was so strong and it was so disgusting. So I switched salads with my grandma because she liked that. And she's like, God damn, why'd you put so much on here? That was ranch. I literally did, but it was disgusting. Yeah. Off the top of my head, those are the best examples I can do.
Ooh, wasabi.
Ooh, that's just spicy.
That when I first did, I think someone had a teacher. She had wasabi peas.
Yeah.
Or something like that, like as a snack. And then she's like, hey, I don't want any more. Does anyone want the bag? And everyone was like, ew, no, blah, blah, blah. And one girl was like, I'll take it because she liked it. And so because everyone was like, ew, I was like, well, I kind of want to try it because like, why is it so nasty? It's just a pea, you know? Yeah. And I didn't know nothing about wasabi. I tried it and it was so like not even the fact that it was spicy, but it was the flavor was so disgusting.
And it like takes over your entire like cheeks and the inside and everything.
The sides and your nose and all of it.
No thanks. How many icebreakers should we do and then move on to the deeper ones?
Maybe just one more.
One more?
Yeah.
I just pulled the same one twice and it's like kind of a boring. That's boring too. I don't want to pull like. What's your favorite song of all time?
Oh, that is the wrong question to ask a Libra.
Personally, I feel like what I want to listen to changes like every other week.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I don't think I could choose just one of all time. I don't think so. But actually, to answer this question, you can go on our Nena Spotify. You're welcome. There's playlists in there.
Good answer.
And we've also done YouTube videos doing playlists in various genres. You're welcome.
Just an idea of what we like. We'll leave it at that.
Period. Should I just do one more since we didn't really answer it?
Yeah.
What do you not like to do at the beach?
What do I not like to do?
Yeah, like we both really love the beach. Like just feel so connected to the beach and the ocean and everything like that. So is there anything about the beach that you don't like?
I don't know that this counts as the beach, but it's the ocean, so that's part of the beach. I don't like to go all the way into the ocean. Yeah,
it's scary.
Like, and especially because in California, yes, there are nice beaches, but the water is never like,
not warm.
It's so warm and it's so nice and clear. And no, you don't really get that.
It's fucking.
It's the type of cold that, like, if you are gonna get into it, even just to your legs, they eventually go numb, and that's how you.
It's like the pins and needles feeling, and then it's done.
Yeah. So, I would say going all the way into the water is something I don't like to do at the beach.
Yeah, I like the sand, but I also don't like the sand being like stuck to me. Like if your leg gets a little wet and then you sit and like it's stuck to you, and then it's like a whole thing when you leave, and it's in your car, and it's like everywhere. You remember that you went to the beach that day for like the next 3 months.
I even had sand like in my mouth. Oh, like same. I can feel it. I don't know how it does that.
And it fucking gonna break a tooth.
Yeah, so that's a good one. Usually if I get wet and like the sand is stuck to me, I just leave it there because I know once it's dry, you could just like wipe it off.
Right.
But it's annoying when you're trying to lay on your blanket or your towel or whatever,
or you're trying to eat and there's sand everywhere.
And it gets in your bag of chips or something, like the wind blows. Ooh. And all of a sudden there's sand all up in your chips or whatever you're eating.
Now it's the seagull's food.
Yeah.
One time we went to Taylor, my cousin Taylor, if you're listening to this, hi Tay. We went to Santa Cruz one time when we were little, and her parents bought us a bag of hot Cheetos, right? Mm-hmm. Why did that seagull pop our bag of hot Cheetos?
No way.
Yes.
You know what's funny? Animals seem to love hot Cheetos.
They don't know no better.
It's good. I don't blame them.
I don't blame them. Maybe they do know better. All right, so we're moving now into the deep category. See, like I'm shuffling from there. Have you ever cried at a movie? Which one and why?
Ooh.
Gina, fuck no. She's probably never.
Yeah, it takes. Okay, I've almost cried like at a movie, or depending on if I'm on my period. That'll be like the deciding factor. If I'm not on my period, a movie for the like 99% of the time will not make me cry.
Yeah,
but
and it's tell you what does make her cry though.
No, I don't even have to be on my period for this, because I don't know what the difference is. Maybe because it's real. I know it's like pure emotion. Is like surprise homecoming videos.
Like military homecoming.
They don't even have to be military. Like they could just be like, oh, especially because now there's a lot of.
You just came up from the store. Oh my god!
No, it's
why the fuck you don't cry when I come to see you?
It's the ones where it's like, oh, I couldn't see my family because of COVID, so we haven't seen each other in 2 years. Like there's a lot of those now. Mm-hmm. So then it's those ones, or like the ones where like, oh, they live in another country and because of status or whatever they couldn't go back and see them, and so it's been 20 years and whatever things like that. Oof, they get me. But
they get me.
A movie that makes me sad, I would say, okay, there's two that I can think of, and they're so random, and maybe it's not even that sad, but
it has to be somewhat sad if you're crying at it.
So in The Notebook, when she dies, and then like, or when she's not when she dies, but when she's getting really like,
not when she dies. I didn't cry at that point.
Because then they die together, and that was nice. But when she was like, when she forgot him, she remembered him for a little bit, and then she forgot him, and she had to be sedated, and he's all sitting on the bed all sad. I'm like, oh, that's really sad. That's a sad moment. Nice. And then what? That they died together. That's a sweet moment. Is it not?
I mean, they were old, so yeah, I guess. But
they were holding hands and everything, it was real sweet.
How romantic.
It was very romantic. That's what it was. It was romantic. And then in Soul Surfer, this one's the random one. In Soul Surfer, when the shark bit her arm. The mom is driving behind the ambulance and she goes, God, please don't take my baby. And I was like, oh my God, it's her mama. She thinks like she doesn't know she's gonna die and she's following the ambulance. Like, what else do you think? You know? She's like, what if she dies?
Right.
That part made my eyes water.
Yeah. Made my eyes water. You know, I was just not expecting that.
About as close as it can.
Wait a minute. Oh my God, I was not expecting you to say Soul Surfer, bitch. I really wasn't.
It's one of the first ones that came to mind. Because every time I see that part, I'm like, oh, I was like, sure, her baby. Oh my God, super random, but
oh my God.
This weekend we were out, right? And we're talking about we had went to a dinner like with the family, and my boyfriend's uncle was saying like, oh, look at him, like looking like a model, whatever, blah blah blah. And then his mom was like, when he was so talking about when he was a baby, she had said before that like she had wanted him to be a Gerber baby. And so she says it again, right? But this time when she says it, she goes, I wanted him to be a Gerber baby. For some reason, it took me out, bro. I thought it was so funny. Yeah. The whole beginning part of her sentence was normal.
Fine,
and then just like, yeah, I know, I wanted him to be a Gerber baby.
It was like in one of the episodes recently, I think it was the last one, when you said Bring Brave. That shit took me out, bro. I can't even lie. Oh, okay. Soul Surfer. Got it. Yeah. Oh my God. You know what's funny though? You won't laugh when you won't cry when you're sad, but you'll cry when you're laughing. And that just doesn't make sense to me.
I will laugh when
I'm sob.
Oh, okay. I will tell you something right now that does make me cry.
Okay.
Okay, guys. That we're getting deep.
Oh.
I have a 15-year-old dog, okay? He is getting there. So any videos that we see of old dogs or things like that, I swear on everything. But when I know it's gonna make me cry, I will start laughing. Like, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'll be like, why are you doing this? And I'm just laughing because I know I'm gonna cry. I think I just don't have a healthy relationship with crying.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I love you so much, but I would agree. You got it all backwards.
And then even if with homecoming videos, if I'm around somebody, it will take 10 times longer for me to get to the point of crying because I know someone's with me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you cry that night we did? Watch the
eyes watered. My eyes watered. And I think it took about, which on a normal day.
Let me just explain what we were doing first of all. So one day when we were living together, were we on our period or we were just sad? We're just going through it. So, yeah. We're just going
through it. We're having a day.
Yeah, it was probably a Tuesday and we were going through it. So we decided let's go to the loft and get all cozy and cry watching I think mostly military homecoming.
Military ones, yeah.
And it didn't take long. I was fucking sobbing my eyes out. And Gina's like,
no, it was cute. Like they were cute and there were good moments. And I'm telling you, on a normal day, I would have been already crying. It took me so much longer to get to that point.
Why?
I don't know. And I wanted to cry.
What do you think I'm gonna do? Be like, ha, bitch, you crying?
No, I'm saying I wanted to cry that day. That's why I was so like, I was like, yes, let's do this.
We're invested. We were invested.
My brain is like, don't know. Don't know.
We'll see. Anyways, so that's all I wanted to say with that. But any movie that is sad will make me cry. Period.
So The Notebook has made you cry?
Honestly, this might be God.
Controversial.
I might be canceled. I like the movie, but it's not one of my favorites. Like it's not like it does hit me like the one probably time I watched the whole thing. I probably did cry. But it's not my favorite romantic drama.
Have you seen oh my God, The Longest Ride? I think it's called.
The Longest Ride.
Yeah, it's cool because it's a love story, but it's almost like 2 in 1. So it's the young couple, like their love story, but as they were on a date together, they seen a car that had like
old people,
like the rail was broken. And so he
uh-huh.
stops to look, and there was a car down there, and there was an old man in the truck, or it was a truck, and they help him out. They call 911. So because they had been with him through that, she kept seeing him and visiting him in the hospital
Mm-hmm.
because he didn't have anybody. So as she's seeing him in the hospital, he's telling her his love story.
Mm-hmm.
So then they do flashbacks of like his love story, and then you see, and then obviously it's the original love story of the girl and the guy and whatever.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
That's
it's a really
sweet.
sweet one. Yeah.
It probably would make me cry.
I want to watch it with you.
Yeah,
it's a good
movie.
movie.
Would make me cry. Definitely.
Yeah. We're gonna have to watch it together.
I cry over. I'm just an empath. I've said it before. Like,
oh, see, and that's another one. Is like not all the time seeing someone else cry. You know how like if someone cries, they're like, "Don't cry because you're gonna make me cry." And
it depends for me. It really depends.
That 90% of the time doesn't work. It has to be something very like really really serious. Like then I will.
Yeah,
but
you can feel like that person's emotions and like why they're going through it.
Yeah, but just seeing someone cry doesn't make me cry.
Yeah, not necessarily seeing someone cry would make me cry either, but it's like if someone close to me is crying, and like even if it's not like that big of a deal, but they're just upset or something, well, I guess maybe not. Yeah, no, I don't think that
it has to be something like a really serious thing that happened, and I'm like, I really feel for them,
right?
Like,
or they're just upset about like something more serious than they fucking, I don't know, spilt milk. Like, girl, get it together. Like, I'm not gonna cry over that. But yeah, I agree. But movie wise, TV show wise, no good. So I think it would be easier to tell you which ones I haven't cried at. But it's only like actually sad movies. Like Marley and Me took me the fuck out, bitch, and I was at the theater.
Okay, that's a hard one, but that one I just truly, it's such a long fucking movie.
It is a long movie.
After I've seen it the first time, I cannot watch it again. It's too long for me.
I think I've only ever seen it that one time too. But I remember sobbing because I was at the theater watching it. Oh, okay, I remember it being a whole thing.
Yeah.
A Walk to Remember.
Definitely. Oh, I love that movie.
Me too. I think it wouldn't make me cry as much now just because I've seen it so many times. Yeah. You never fucking know. Anything with old people really get me. Like,
oh yeah, you and old people, like you,
like this. I just love them. Anyways, that was a long-winded fucking answer.
We'll go on to next one. What?
If you could start your own business, what would it be? And
well, we're pretty much doing that right now. We
already started.
We're investing our time. We invest in money. Intentions, all of that.
Energy.
Effort. So
we're doing it. And whatever comes from this is going to just be even better.
Yeah.
So hopefully, eventually, we'll have merch. We'll have a studio. We won't talk about much else because then, people like to wish badly upon you. So those are mainly the things that eventually we want.
Is this a deeper?
This is just the deep category.
Okay.
We only answered the one about the movies.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. This is the third one. Which of your I thought I read it wrong.
What?
I thought, okay, I'll read it what it actually says, and then I'll tell you what I thought. Or you're probably gonna figure out what I thought. Which of my friends is your favorite and why? I thought it was which of your friends is your favorite and why? I was like, guess me up.
Like, oh, for sure, picking this one.
I got this one in the bag.
That's funny.
We should answer this after next week because then I'd probably have an answer.
Yeah, we'll do it. Let's do a different question.
The thing is, in the people we have in our lives now, currently, I don't think we have anyone that we don't like.
No. Yeah.
Previously in the past. Yeah.
For sure.
But when we've talked about it, but I think right now we have a solid group.
Yeah.
If you had to pick a catchphrase, what would it be? I don't know any catchphrases. What's a catchphrase like? Like a one-liner?
Yeah, like, like this is so random, but just the first one I could think of, like, like gotta catch them all, like
right.
Like it's a catchphrase.
Gotcha.
So
I don't know.
Like Joey's from Friends would be like, "How you doing?"
Right. I don't.
I think our catchphrases, if we did have them, they change frequently.
Yeah.
The weekend.
Whatever TikTok sound is trending.
The weekends that we were at your guys's and we went night swimming, the catchphrase was, "You can't say we didn't live life."
And we would have to say like Courtney.
Can't say we didn't live. I can't even. I just seen a
podcast.
Have you seen that,
girl?
Yeah, where she does it so good.
So good.
It's exactly like her. Yeah.
You can't say we didn't live life.
I don't know. Pick my battles. It is what it is.
That's my catchphrase. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
All right. Let's do one more of these. Okay. We have 3:33.
God bless.
What role do you play in your family?
Ooh.
Depends on which family, I think.
I don't know.
I don't play a role.
I don't know. I don't know what role I would play. That's a good question.
Right.
I don't.
We'll leave it to the imagination because I don't know either.
There's no, I genuinely don't know. Like, I guess it's harder to answer like, when you don't have the, I guess, typical family dynamic.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a harder question to answer when.
Yeah. Personally, I feel like I play a different role
to each person, kind of.
Yeah, but not like I'm being fake or anything like that. Like, this is gonna get way too deep. Never mind. Moving on.
Play different roles.
Yeah.
Different roles with different family members.
We have different hats.
Yes.
Okay. So now we're gonna get into the deeper questions. This is level 3. Ooh. Okay. Is there anything about growing older that scares or concerns you?
A lot. There's a lot that concerns me about growing older. I think it's just more of the stability. Mm-hmm. I think that's more of what scares me about being older, is that like the older you get, the more responsibilities you have. Yeah. And obviously with like wanting kids and all that stuff, I just want to create a stable environment for them. Yeah. So I think that's it. I don't know that it scares me about the future. It scares me more now that I want to build that and have it for the future.
Right. Because you don't know the steps you'll have to take in order to
yeah. Like, am I going in the right direction? Are the decisions I'm making going to lead me to being able to create a stable future for, my future family?
Yeah. I think with that though, I feel like it's just always making the best decision that you think in that moment, every moment, because that's the best that you can do, like doing your best to make your best decision each time. Yeah. For that moment, because even the decisions that we make now in a month, we're like, damn, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
So it's just it's a toss up. It's a fucking toss up.
And like kind of side like tangent, I guess. Mm-hmm. When I was working at a preschool, one of the teachers that I worked with, she was like, has 2 kids, grown. Yeah. Like probably I think she was in her 40s, I want to say. Mm-hmm. And recently I just found out that she just randomly decided that she was going to apply to the same type of preschool, but globally. Oh. And she said that almost immediately she got a call from a school in the Cayman Islands. Wow. So now she's relocated and teaching on the Cayman Islands. Yeah. And like her place is supposedly like a 5-minute walk to the beach. Like a complete life switch. Yeah. Yeah. And I thought that was so cool because one, she was always obsessed with tropical, like anything beach related. That was her favorite place.
Yeah.
Like she would always talk about that. So the fact that she's now in a place where she's always loved to be in, that's like her element, and doing what she's always been, what she's been doing.
Right.
And like to have a complete life switch, change, whatever, in your 40s, like with kids and all that kind of stuff. I was like, that's so, like, I was so happy to hear that for her.
Right.
Because it's just so cool, because I know she wasn't as happy where she was at. But this has to be such an exciting new thing for her in her life.
And I feel like society makes you think that, like, once you have kids, like, that's all you are as a parent. Or that's all you can do is, provide for your kids, which obviously you do your best. But when they're grown, like, I know a lot of people who, like, she's not retired, but I know a lot of retired people who will be like, I get my life back now. Like, I get to go enjoy my life. And I think it's amazing that she's getting to do that at such a
like, you just never know.
I feel like 40 is not even old. Like, people will just, I think people are, I don't know what the word is, dumb, but I think 40 is definitely not old, and you can still have so much fun and experience things and explore, and that's what she's doing. So that's dope.
It's literally like, you never know when something's going to completely change.
Yeah.
Like, your life can change fucking tomorrow, next month, or whatever.
It's so ready for the blessings and take the opportunities that come to you, because otherwise,
and not let fear like drive you.
Yeah. You have to put your faith before your fear, and in anything.
Easier said than done, but I'm sure that it does bring a lot of blessings.
Right. I was gonna say the answer that I was thinking of other than that would be, as we get older, seeing everyone else around us get older, that also concerns me, or like makes me like nervous.
That's already starting.
Yeah.
And so I that's a really good one. Yeah.
Like seeing people who are already older than us getting older, and like when you're a kid, you don't really notice it, I feel like, as much. I don't know what changes when you become an adult and you're like, oh my God. Or maybe it's because you were the kids, and now that we have kids in our lives, we're like, holy crap, like they're getting so big and they're growing every day and all this stuff. Not our kids, I mean like kids in our lives and our families. That it's like maybe now that's why we notice, because we're not the kids anymore. I don't know. It sucks. It's sad.
It is really sad.
Yeah.
That was a good point, though. Definitely a fear.
What is a question you've been dying to ask me? Oh, wait, no. What is a question? I keep reading these wrong. It's my question. What is a question you've been dying for me to ask you? And why? It says. A question I've been dying for you to ask me.
I don't think.
I'm like literally blank.
Yeah, I don't think that there's something I've been wanting you to ask me.
Yeah, if I wanted you to ask me, I would ask you and be like, so me,
Bring it up.
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought it up, because I got a lot to say. No, I don't think so, because we're very open with our communication too. Like, if there's something on our mind or like whatever, we will go from the randomest conversation to the next randomest conversation. So I don't think there's anything that has been hot on my mind that I'm like, oh, I can't wait till she asks me that, because I have an answer for her.
Ready.
No, that's an interesting question though.
Yeah.
Oops, I pulled two. What's one thing you wish they taught in school? Finances.
Finances is a huge one. I think
life skills.
I think which I know some schools do have that, and I feel like schools had it a lot more before. I don't remember our school having it. Was like a home ec class.
Yeah, we didn't have that. Our electives were completely different than anybody that I know.
I think that would have been a really cool one. Just like little things that are just good to know.
Yeah.
That even if you don't use it often, like, like sewing or things like that. Like, I think that would have been a cool class for sure. The finances, because you need that. And definitely, and we've all experienced it, like us, our boyfriends and stuff, like we experienced having to learn the hard way when it came to credit.
Yeah.
Because it's hard with credit. Like it's in the beginning, if you're trying to apply to credit cards to start building your credit, but you keep getting denied because you don't have credit.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so then what if we do? I'm trying to build it, so but everybody's denying me.
Yeah.
And then that's how you get into the like loans, or like just areas where it's not gonna give you good credit, or it's just not the best way to start getting credit, which then in the long run it feels like it fucks you over.
Yeah.
But you have no other choice.
Exactly.
Now,
and
so
like I said, you're just making the best decision that you thought you were making at the time.
Yeah. So I think having had that knowledge to set yourself up more for success.
Yeah.
Rather than just kind of winging it because you don't know what else to do.
Right. I agree. Yeah. I completely agree. What's one thing you're saving up for? Money wise, monetary something. Vacations. Yeah,
I would say it would be our anniversary trip for next year, and then a girls trip for next year. That would be.
We're gonna have so much to talk about. Oh my God. What is that gonna be? Season 4? I think at that point it will be season 4.
Damn.
That's crazy.
It'll be a while, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah. Holy crap. Okay.
Wait. What? Was yours just financing?
I said vacations.
Okay, vacations.
The finances was my answer for the other one. This is a long one.
Okay. Ooh.
Would you rather have a successful professional life and a tolerable yet unexciting personal life, or have a happy personal life and a tolerable yet uninspiring professional life?
Okay, easy answer. I would rather be happy in my personal life.
Correct.
Than career wise.
Career wife.
It's hard to say. But I think eventually I would get to a point where I would have to leave that career and find something that also brought me a joy.
Right.
Just because
you spend so much of your time working.
Yeah, having a career that you're miserable. Not inspired with, I think goes into your personal life then.
Right.
You know? But I'd rather have the foundation of a good personal life first.
Yeah, because when I leave these 4 walls, I want to be happy on my other time, you know?
Yeah.
And the connections that you make with like your relationship and all of those things, like when you stop working, then what's going to happen?
Right. Then who do you
had
have?
A great career and that's all you're ever going to talk about, because now you don't have a family, you don't have any friends, you have a uninspiring, unintolerable personal life. Like what the fuck? No, that just wouldn't make sense. But I guess some people, they do care more about their careers than anything else. And that's why hustle culture needs to not.
I feel like hustle culture is more a thing because you have to fucking hustle hard as fuck.
In the US especially.
Have a living, to make a living. But if we didn't have to work this hard just to get by, it wouldn't be such a culture, you know?
Literally.
My humble opinion.
And that's a clip that's going on TikTok because that's so real. Have you ever hated someone for being luckier or more successful than you? I think hate is a very strong word first.
Yeah.
But like being jealous, I'm sure we both have been jealous of someone who, you know, that's easy.
No, I think
if you say no, you're fucking lying.
Yeah, there's no way you've never experienced jealousy before. Yeah. Like that's so fucking normal. And I think it's working through the jealousy, but like I don't think I've ever hated somebody.
No, or been like so envious to the point where like you hated them. No. That's weird. Because you're blocking your own blessings at that point, you know?
Yeah.
That's not cute. Don't do that.
I think it was more of like kind of then I wanted to be their friend more.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, how does that work?
Right. How do you do that?
Yeah.
What do you think the most important part of family is?
The most important part of family?
Love.
The special ingredient. Mm-hmm. Love. No.
We're gonna live, laugh, love in these conditions.
I would say loyalty would be like the most important. It's hard.
It's hard though, because in certain stories that we've read too, where like the family covers up certain secrets and things like that. Like, yeah, they're loyal. You have that loyalty, but like is that helping you?
Maybe respect. It's so hard because I feel like
because love isn't enough to keep a family together, right?
Not if it's toxic.
Right.
Yeah.
Loyalty isn't like one thing by itself, I don't think is enough to keep the dynamic healthy, happy, and on the horizon.
I just say like a good foundation?
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Like a good foundation.
That's the most important part. Building that foundation.
You're vague.
I agree.
Yeah.
Good answer, Gina.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Gina out in the field. What was the first thing you bought with your own money? Probably like some fucking chips or something. If I was given like $1, like, or you mean like for real, like at a job?
I remember. Okay, so I used to save my like birthday money and Christmas money and stuff. Mm-hmm. The first thing I can remember that was like a bigger purchase that I bought with that money was the Twilight books, because at that time, this is like I was a kid, and at that I think so, somewhere, yeah. But the books were huge, and the Twilight movie had just came out, and my sister had the books. My mom had the books, I think, or maybe I don't know. I know for sure my sister had the books, but she wouldn't let me read her books because she didn't want me to mess them up. But, like, if you want to read the book, like you have to get it yourself.
Damn, so, Monica. Okay.
All right. So I used that money and I bought the books.
That's awesome.
Myself.
Did you enjoy them as much as you hoped?
I did, yeah. It was cool because I was in elementary at the time, and those books use a lot.
They're hella big
ass words, and like
and they're long books too.
Yeah, so I definitely learned a lot vocabulary wise reading those books.
Good.
But I think that was the first time too that I had fully invested in reading.
Yeah,
like
because it was something you were interested in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Do you remember what you got when you first started working?
Yeah, I bought a Naked palette. The brown original one.
Naked palette had everybody in a chokehold.
So tough. Yep.
I got it too.
We kept them in fucking business, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that. I think I still have it somewhere. The original brown Naked palette, the first one.
I don't remember which one mine is, to be honest.
Okay, I'm not saying this to brag, but at all. But I did have almost all of them because I thought the eyeshadow was so fucking good. Like, it was super pigmented. They blended so well for its time, you know? It was like the first palette that like you could make any damn look you wanted to, and like the eyeshadow wasn't like drugstore, you know?
Yeah.
So I was super juiced about that.
I think I had either the first one or the third one. I want to say.
I know you had the Modern Renaissance. For sure, right?
Yeah.
I still have that one too. I have the black one too. I don't know what it's called, but I don't use it that much.
The Modern Renaissance is really good. It's just like I think it's very powdery.
Yeah.
Like when you grab it with your brush, it falls out a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have to like your brush. You have to blow it off, and it's like everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty colors.
That's kind of like what helped me get into color eyeshadow. I feel like.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
And we don't do it that much, but like when we do, we step out a little bit, you know? How would you define trust? That's hard.
If I can.
It's hard to define it because you know what it feels like.
Yeah.
And you know when you have it with someone. But I feel like getting to that comfortability, it's hard to pinpoint exactly what makes you trust someone. Does that make sense?
No, that makes 100% sense. I guess if I trust you, it's because I know if I tell you something or something happens, I know that regardless, like you have my back.
Yeah, I was going to say like you've had my back. Like that's, I feel like the easiest way to...
Yeah,
that's really hard. Yeah, I think yeah.
So yeah.
So in conclusion, yeah. Oh, this is a good one. If we switch lives for a day, what would be the first thing you would do?
Cuddle with Rex.
You can that.
I know, but like he's already right there. I'm like, come on.
Maybe you wouldn't. No, you would love him obviously, but maybe you wouldn't like him some days because he fucks up our sleep. Okay, mine specifically. But if you were me, that's why I said that. The first thing I would do as Gina. I don't know. Oh my god, there's so many things. I don't know. Because we're so similar that like we do similar things, but like you're a lot more free, like dance wise. And so I think I would just do what you do. Like you put on your music and that's like one of your favorite things to do is like have a whole performance. So I think I would just do that because I know how happy it makes you. So I would want to feel that joy, you know?
Oh, that's cute. I feel like okay, let me
You're like, I would make an iced coffee.
That's honestly one of the first things that came to my head, but I'm like, I'd rather cuddle with Rex first and then have my iced coffee.
Priorities.
Yeah. Okay, so what is something that besides iced coffee, what is something that brings you that kind of happiness?
I shouldn't have to answer the question, Gina. It's about you. What you want to do that I do.
No, because that's it. Like you're saying for dancing for me is like something that makes you want to feel how happy that makes me.
Yeah.
Like what's something for you?
I don't know.
That brings you that like kind of happiness.
I really don't know that I found it, if we're being honest. These are deep questions, so I'm gonna give you a deep answer. I don't think I found that yet. You know?
Yeah. So like, because it could be literally anything, right? It could be something that's movement related, or like let's say singing or painting or whatever. And I know you love painting. Like we both love to paint, but it doesn't bring you that kind of.
No,
it's more of a peace than a happiness.
No, sometimes it's not even peace. Sometimes it's like I get like so worried about it coming out how I want that it becomes a stress to me, but I want to get it done with. But I'm gonna try and enjoy it.
We've had that.
Does that make sense? Like I'm like,
no, do you remember that leaf
and have a whole blank canvas, and I'd be like, okay, I'm so excited, I have all my stuff, like I'm ready. I'll find an idea, I start drawing it out, and at the slightest inconvenience, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
No, I know exactly. You know, remember the leaf painting
we did?
Where we thought, where it was like, oh my god, that's gonna be so easy, no problem. Bitch, we were there for fucking hours.
Annoying. Days, I think. We didn't even finish it in one day.
Yeah, we set it to the side, finished it later, put them up. Yes, they looked good, but
mental breakdown was happening for sure.
Yeah, so 100% that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like I'll get and I don't. Okay, not to TikTok diagnose myself, right? But like with a lot of information coming out about ADHD and the way that it affects women, I feel like it's pointing more toward that for me than anything. And it's like I'll have the hobbies like unfiltered where they talk about I have a flavor of the month. That's literally me. Like, oh, you know what? Actually, I can't answer this. I really like cooking.
Oh, okay.
I really like cooking. Like it makes me feel happy. Sometimes Chev will laugh at me because he'll be like, "Oh, you're so careful, like with knives and stuff when I'm cutting." He's like, "You're so careful, like look at you, blah blah blah." And it takes me a long time, but also I like to take my time because I feel like out of my head when you're
enjoying the process of it. Is what.
And I like cooking things that have a lot of steps to them, and like I don't know, it's fun.
No, that's a really good one.
Yeah, I had to think about it.
Honestly, it's so true though. And we were just talking about it. Like one of the days we were cooking and it had a lot of steps. It's like one of those ones where the prep is longer than the actual cook time.
Right.
And so we were talking about that, and I was like, this is so. It feels therapeutic.
Yeah,
honestly,
it literally is. You put your music on, you're vibing, like, and especially if you don't have to rush. That's the thing. It's like I never feel rushed when I cook because I don't have to cook in a rush. So obviously, if I did, then it would be a little bit more stressful. If I worked at a restaurant or something, I would never be a chef. But at home, I will. You know?
Yeah. No, for real. And even like the sounds too. Like I love the sound when the oil's hot and you add the stuff and it sizzles. Like it's little things like that.
Can I tell you something?
What?
Okay, so for so fucking long recently, I've been like, oh, like maybe I should do like cooking like videos or like, I don't know, because I love editing, obviously.
Yeah.
And I also love cooking. I don't necessarily want to be on camera though. But I love like I was frying some, I think we made fried fish or something a little while back. And I took a slow-mo video of the oil frying and I was like, oh my God, it looks so cool. I was like, I can do this. But I didn't. And then I talked myself out of it. And so I don't know.
This is gonna cut to Emily's next reel coming out of her
maybe
cooking.
not a YouTube channel, because that's a lot.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of a lot.
But like reels or something.
Maybe reels, but like, does anyone care?
Does it matter? If you like it and it makes you happy, you should still do it.
Okay.
I would love to see it. I would care.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I will definitely think about it.
Yeah. No, I would love to see that. When it pops up on my timeline, I'm gonna be really excited.
Okay. Well, you'll know when it's gonna come for you. Okay, so is that what you would do? You would cook? You would make my famous breakfast sandwich?
Ooh. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
I love that for you. Have you noticed any patterns or themes in your dreams lately? And what are they?
Weird kind of.
Noticed any patterns? Like, have you had a similar reoccurring dream or any themes that are like kind of the same recently?
The only theme is that they're weird and
they don't make sense.
Creepy. Like
scary?
There's always something going on that's
not right.
Like either being chased or being followed or like,
oh my God,
or like the house, there's something in the house. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know what's going on.
Lord.
Like it's not every single night.
Yeah.
But when I can vividly remember the dream, it's always some like
creepy
weird stuff.
Well, honestly, girl, you be watching some weird shit. So like
that's also very true.
I don't put it past you or your dreams.
Very, very true.
Let me just bring you back to reality. That's probably why.
Yeah,
that's probably why.
Definitely be a factor.
You watch some disturbing shit lately. Actually, all the time, but she watches like compilation videos of various scenarios, including some that she wants to end up doing. She'll like skydiving fails. Like, girl,
no,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But you have like watched certain things that I can't think of an example right now. But
I could tell you an example right
now. Tell me, put yourself on blast.
Seeing car accident compilations.
Yes.
And those are really
what
bad
is
to
wrong
watch
with you, honestly.
What's going on in here? I don't know. I think I like to.
Do you think you're less scared because you've watched so many, or you're more scared?
Different days, you know? Like sometimes
flavor of the month.
Yeah. Like I haven't watched the car ones in a long time.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it for you. I love that for you.
I like watching like fail compilations. I think those are the things that, and the fail compilations brought me to car accident compilations. Like dash cams.
I'm sorry for the rabbit holes you go on.
Oh, yeah. No bueno.
No, I don't dream. So there's that. That's my answer. I do dream, but like they don't ever make sense.
Yeah.
Nothing that I can remember. I'll try so hard to be like, why did that happen? Or like, why did this go like that? And I can't tell you. I don't dream a lot about like people in my close circle. Like I don't have a lot of dreams where I'm with you guys or like anything like that. I don't know why.
Is it random people?
Yeah, it's like random. But I know in dreams that it has to be someone you've seen before.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Very, very weird. But yeah, it's never like, oh, we're going somewhere and I can recognize it. I never know who the fuck it is. I never know what's going on.
I wonder what your first dream back is going to be like that you remember fully.
I have been dreaming a lot more lately. It's just none of them make sense. And I can't even think of the storyline because it doesn't make sense. It's just like, I remember pieces and I'm like, I don't even know what happened.
That's so annoying.
It is. I would love to be able to dream. But I will tell you one, oh, it's going to cut us off.
Dream.
I have had a nightmare about Santa once.
No way.
Not recently.
Not Father Christmas.
Not recently. Father Christmas. Did you know Jesus is Santa's brother?
What? What fucking family tree did you see that?
It's the Holy Trinity. Santa, the Holy Ghost, and Jesus.
I'm fucking dead.
Zoom kicked us out, guys, so that was that.
Where we're at.
That's why this clip is not gonna be the same. Everyone's gonna be like, damn, what happened? Really quick, I just wanted to tell you a random penguin fact because we were talking about Santa and it made me think of the North Pole and it made me think of penguins. So I learned on a podcast that, are you ready for this? Penguins are into necrophilia. Do you know what that means? Penguins have sex with dead penguins. Yes, they do.
Ew, no way.
They do. They sure do. Fact check.
Probably not on Happy Feet.
They have March of the Penguins. They're marching to go find somebody to fuck.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That's sick. Penguins are twisted.
Anyways, moving on. So those were all the questions. Hopefully you guys got some more insight, a deeper insight on who we are.
And thank you for giving us that random penguin fact.
You're so welcome.
That's not the only wisdom that we're gonna bring with us. We're not gonna end on that kind of wisdom.
I wasn't expecting you to say that Soul Surfer made you cry. So we coming with a lot of surprises this episode. But I'm so glad that every day during the week that I consume such good content to be able to share to you guys that penguins are necrophilic. You're welcome.
Sick.
It's sick. It is sick.
Yeah.
But if that wasn't enough wisdom for you, I got one last one for this season.
Damn.
And this one is by an anonymous person. It's actually from a book. I don't know what the book's called though. Sorry. You can't skip chapters. That's not how life works. You have to read every line, meet every character. You won't enjoy all of it. Hell, some chapters will make you cry for weeks. Not Gina though. You will read things that you don't want to read. You will have moments when you don't want the pages to end, but you have to keep going. Stories keep the world revolving. Live yours. Don't miss out.
Love that.
I loved it too. I thought it was a very nice way to end the season.
That's so weird.
Present in the moment and
end
enjoy your life.
Guys, we're ending the season right now.
Ah!
Whoa, so
That's
crazy.
And we're not exactly sure when we'll be coming back for season 3 because we really want to do an in-person episode to make it kind of special for coming back.
Yeah. As
the premiere. So be patient with us. We will do it as soon as we can, but just know it's gonna be a banger. Like it's just gonna be, okay? So it's gonna be worth the wait.
If you miss us, check out some of our other episodes,
Check us out on Instagram.
All of them.
Maybe comment once or twice.
If you feel like it.
Yeah. Let us know that you miss us. Maybe we'll come back sooner than we thought.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us these past 2 seasons.
Yeah.
We're excited
50
for this to come. 50 episodes.
That's crazy.
Cannot believe it.
We're so grateful though. And stay tuned for all the new branding that you'll see when season 3 is about to drop. We'll switch up everything when the episode's ready. So with that, peace, bitch. No,
fucking bitch. Peace,
we stop recording. We love you guys so much. Stay tuned for our comeback.
Bye.
Bye.